And just start to close your eyes, sink into the support of your mat, whatever surface might be beneath you. Take this time to just kind of check in, notice what you're holding this morning. And it might be showing up in the form of physical tension. It's still pretty early, so maybe you notice just any kind of tight spots in the way you slept. You can take this time to just notice what you're holding in your mind and your heart. Definitely trying times, so let's take this time to observe. What are you showing up with? What energy is serving you, and what are those things that you're just holding on to that maybe you don't really need? Just feeling the rise and fall of your belly and your chest with every inhale and every exhale. Release any tension in the spaces between and around your eyes, your jaw, forehead. And we'll take 3 collective breaths to begin our practice. And I know we're not physically together, but use these breaths to just kind of acknowledge that there are other people in their homes right now practicing with you, just feeling this sense of sangha, of community. So through your nose, take a big inhale, fill all the way up. And exhale however you need, let it go. You can sigh, you can hum. And 2 more, big inhale, fill up. And exhale, let it go. One more time, inhale. And exhale. From here, you can reach both arms up overhead. So you just find this full body stretch from fingers to toes. Get long, take up space. And as you exhale, hug your knees into your chest. And just take some movements here. Maybe a little rock to the right, to the left. You make some circles with your knees just to release through your hip flexors. You can draw big circles, bring your knees further apart and closer together. So if you'd like to play music along with me, we'll start with the first song. It's called Show Me. In 3, 2, 1, play. Cool. So let's start with a happy baby just to warm up the hips. Flex your feet. You can grab for outer edges if that feels accessible. Then bend your knees down towards your mat as you flex and kick both feet up to the ceiling. And find this equal pressure of pulling down and kicking up. You should notice that it helps lengthen your spine, really ground the back side of your body into your mat. 3 more breaths. You can play around, maybe rock side to side. You can straighten your legs. Slowly start to hug both knees into your chest, and we take a twist. Drop both knees over to the left side of your mat. You can extend your arms, bend them into a little bowl post, whatever feels good to you. Let's take 2 more breaths. Slowly bring knees back through center. Let them fall over to the right this time. Same twist, other side. Two more breaths. Slowly bring that back to center. So we're gonna start with some core work, super, super important to build that strength for our headstands later. So send both legs up to the ceiling. Let's start by flexing our feet and really imagine you're stamping soles of feet to the ceiling above you, strong legs. Bring your hands behind your head, elbows spread wide. Take a big inhale. As you exhale, crunch up, peel your shoulder blades off of your mat. Inhale to lower. Exhale to lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Two more. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Last time, inhale, lower. And exhale, lift. From here, keep your shoulder blades lifted. Reach your fingertips forward, palms face in towards one another. Keep your right leg high, lower left leg down to hover. Left leg up, lower right leg down to hover. So we're just switching sides, lower one leg at a time. Keep pulling the low belly in, shoulder blades are lifted. Move at your own pace, few rounds. We'll take this about 2 to 4 more times, depending on how fast you're going. And we're gonna end with our right leg lifted, left leg will lower to hover. So right leg up towards ceiling, left leg hovers. Press your palms together, reach both arms outside of your right leg. So we're finding a twist. Start to pulse. Reach your fingertips further away from you, get a little higher off your mat. You got this for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold it here. Left leg lifts up, left leg lowers down. Left leg lifts, left leg lowers. Keep those shoulder blades up. Keep breathing. Let's take this again about 2 to 4 more times depending on how fast you're going. Next time your left leg is up, keep it up. Bring this back to center and just lay down, take a breath here. So we'll take the same thing on the left side. So peel your shoulder blades up, press palms together. Hands reach outside of your left leg, lower your right leg down to hover. Start to pulse. Get a little higher each time. Legs are still straight and strong. Take this for 3, 2, 1, and hold. Right leg lifts, right leg lowers. We lift, we lower. Keep going. You got this. 2 to 4 more times. Next time your leg is up, keep it up. And just lay down, let it go. Bend your knees and just plant feet down to your mat. Good job, you guys. Few rounds of breath here. As you feel ready, rock it up, find a seat. And we're just gonna take a little neck stretch before we get flowing. So reach your right fingertips away from you on your mat. Drop your left ear down to your left shoulder. And you can stay here just stretching the right side of your neck. If you wanna add a little bit of weight, take your left hand, bring it to your right ear, and be gentle with yourself. Don't pull, don't tug. But that little added weight might just deepen the stretch. And close your eyes, 2 more breaths. Good. Slowly start to bring that up. And we switch sides. So left fingertips on your mat, walk it away from you. Right ear drops down to right shoulder, and then you can stay as you are. Or maybe right hand comes up. Grabs for that left ear, and then again, very, very gently, just a little added pressure, added weight. Might deepen that stretch on the left side of your neck. Two more breaths. Slowly release, drop both hands down. Take your hands, interlace them, press them away from your face as you round your spine. So similar to a cat pose here. Create space between each vertebra, big stretch. Good. And then inhale, reach both arms up, palms face the ceiling. And as you exhale, unclasp your hands, bend your elbows, open your heart. Hands come all the way to low back, interlace, and big inhale, punch your fist down as you open up through your chest for 3, 2, and 1. Good stuff. Slowly unclasp. Give your wrists a few rollouts. Not on your own time. As you're ready, we'll come to all fours. Set tabletop, stack your shoulders over your wrists, hips over your knees. Let's play with a few rounds of cat-cow, just warming up the spine. As you breathe in, start to drop your belly. As you actively pull your heart forward and up, slight lift with your gaze, cow. And as you exhale, really press away from your mat, round your spine, tuck your chin, find your cat. 2 more, big inhale, find your cow. Shoulders away from ears. And exhale, round into your cat. 1 more, inhale, cow. And exhale, cat. Next few rounds of breath, just move around in any way that feels good to you. So you know what you're holding in your body. Now is your time to just kind of shake it out. You can take more cat-cows, maybe flip your palms, stretch out your wrists. You can take some twists, some nice big circles with hips and spine, whatever you need. Let's take 3 more rounds of breath. Turn to your neutral table, spread your fingers wide, tuck your toes under, big inhale as you start to engage through your core. And exhale, send your hips up and back with control. Find your first downward facing dog. So first downward dog of class, possibly of your day. So it's okay if it's not like the fullest, biggest down dog. It's okay if it feels a little tight. You can stay still. Just breathe into any parts of your body that are feeling a little tighter. Or you can explore some movement. Maybe pedal your heels, nod your head yes, shake it no. Spread your fingers wide. Ground down evenly through both palms. Externally rotate upper arms. So think about rolling triceps down towards mat, armpits in towards your face. And gentle gaze back towards your feet, so soften through your neck. Lift your hips up and back, lengthen through your spine, sides of your waist. So keep engaging through your belly, so draw the ribs and navel in. 3 more rounds of breath. Always feel free to bend your knees if this is a lot in your hamstrings. You can let heels start to melt towards your mat. No, it's okay if they don't touch, just stretching out the backs of your legs. Start to roll through some planks. As you inhale, articulate through your spine, shift forward, high plank pose, shoulders over wrists. As you exhale with control, send your hips up and back, downward facing dog. 2 more times, inhale, ripple forward, high plank. Exhale, hips up and back. 1 more time, inhale, pulls you forward slow like you're moving through honey. Exhale, use the strength of low belly to lift your hips. Inhale, bend your knees, gaze forward. And exhale, take steps to the top of your mat. Find your ragdoll pose. Let's keep feet about hips width apart. You can always take a bend in your knees and just dangle forward. Grab for opposite elbows, maybe sway. Allow this to be a release for your low back. Let your head hang heavy. And again, just notice how this feels. Still warming up, still waking up the body. Let's take 2 more breaths. Keeping your feet hips width apart, start to separate your arms, bend your knees, Utkatasana, chair pose. Send your weight into your heels, reach your arms up. Take a big inhale here. As you exhale, sweep arms behind you, squeeze between your shoulder blades and work into those triceps. Keep drawing your ribs and navel in, open through your heart. One more big breath. From here, interlace your hands. Inhale as you punch your fists behind you, straighten your arms. Exhale, fold once again, but bring your arms with you, adding in this chest expansion, working into the shoulders. Three more breaths. If you have the space, you might explore pressing heels of your hands together. So rather than like this, maybe entire palms touch. As you take that last breath, slow and easy, bring hands to low back first. Then unclasp, fingertips reach down to your mat. Bend your knees, tuck your chin, and slowly roll up one vertebra at a time. When you get to top of mat, inhale, shrug your shoulders up to your ears. And exhale, drop your shoulders down your back. Hands to heart center, Samastitihi. You can close your eyes. Take this moment to really feel the soles of your feet rooted on your mat. Little draw up on your quads to engage through your legs. Pull your belly in. And then press palms together to broaden through your collarbones, open your heart. One more inhale, fill up. Open mouth, exhale, let it go. Let's flow. Inhale, mountain pose. Reach your arms up, get tall. And as you exhale, fold forward, lead with your heart. Inhale, half lift, flat back, reach crown of head forward. And exhale, fold, bring your hands down to mat, step back, high plank pose. Take one inhale here, press away from your mat. As you exhale, lower all the way to belly. You can always drop knees on the way. Untuck your toes, cobra. Inhale, peel your heart forward and up. Elbows back, squeeze shoulder blades together. Exhale, soften that down. Send your hips to your heels, child's pose, just a breath. And as you exhale, tuck your toes, send hips up and back, downward facing dog. Big inhale through your nose. And exhale, let it go. Inhale, bend your knees, gaze forward. Exhale, travel top of mat. Inhale, half lift, lengthen. And exhale, fold. Inhale, rise, mountain. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, sweep arms up. And exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift, find your length. Exhale, fold, hands down, step or hop it back, high plank pose, inhale. Exhale, lower all the way to belly. One cobra, inhale, heart forward and up. Exhale, soften that down. Downward dog, take it through a child's pose or high plank, whatever feels better to you. Full round of breath. Take this one more time through. Inhale, bend knees, gaze forward. Exhale, step or hop, top of mat. Inhale, half lift, lengthen. And exhale, fold. Inhale, arms up, mountain. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, sweep your arms up. And exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold, hands down, step back, high plank pose. You can lower down to your belly or shift slightly forward. Lower halfway down, chaturanga, elbows to sides. Heart forward and up, cobra or up dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Take a full breath, inhale. Exhale, let it go. From your downward dog, inhale, sweep your right leg high. Exhale, bend your right knee, open up your hip. You can stay still. You can take a little ankle circle. Draw a big circle with your knee if that feels good. Open up your hips. And next, inhale, straighten right leg long behind you, square off your hips. With control, exhale, step your right foot between your hands. Runner's lunge. Inhale, pull your heart forward, left knee is lifted. As you exhale, pull your hips back, fold over your right leg. Let's take that one more time. Inhale, bend your right knee. So getting into this back hip flexor. And as you exhale, fold, get into this right hamstring. 5 rounds of breath. You can always bring your hands to blocks. Keep a little bend in this right knee if it's a bit too much for the back of that right leg. Slide your right hip back in space. Send your left hip forward. And then release through your shoulders, your neck. 2 more breaths. Slowly, easily start to re-bend into your right knee. Spin your left heel down for warrior 1, Virabhadrasana 1. Inhale, sweep both arms up overhead. So right knee is bending. Send that right shin forward. Press into the pinky toe edge of your left foot. As best as possible, you're trying to square your hips, your shoulders forward. And think about spiraling this inner left thigh up to the ceiling to help send your left hip forward, pull your right hip back. We're gonna add in some eagle arms here. So arms are up, bring your awareness into your right arm. Sweep it underneath your left. So your palms can press like mine, backs of hands can press, or if neither of these feel good, you can just give yourself a nice big hug. Lift your elbows up, then reach your hands further away from your face. We're getting into the shoulders. Take a big inhale as you lift up, gaze up. As you exhale, similar to your humble warrior, start to hinge forward, but keep those eagle arms. 2 more times. Inhale, reach your arms up. And exhale, hinge it forward. 1 more time. Inhale up. And exhale, forward. Inhale, come all the way up. This time, uncross your arms, fingertips reach up, straighten your right leg, and spin into your prasarita. So all 10 toes will turn to face the left side of your mat. I'm gonna face you just to demo, arms up. And then exhale, hinge forward, wide leg forward fold. Hands come down, inhale, take a half lift to lengthen spine. As you exhale, keep that length, but just deepen your fold. Slight pigeon toe action with your feet, toes a little in, heels a little out. Ground down through the pinky toe edges of both feet. We're gonna play with a funky variation here. So start to reach your fingertips forward, so away from you. And then here you might just kind of play with a little shift of your weight forward and back. Keep finding this length in your spine. From here, press your right palm down to your mat. Take your left hand, reach for your right ankle, add a twist. You might even gaze underneath your right armpit up towards the ceiling. Few rounds of breath. Let's slowly start to come back to center. So reach your left fingertips forward. We're gonna switch. Right hand grabs for your left leg, your ankle, your foot, whatever feels accessible here. Again, you really use the strength of that right arm to help deepen your twist. Gaze under your left armpit, up towards the ceiling. 2 more breaths. Slowly come back to center. Walk hands back towards you so they come underneath your shoulders. Inhale with a flat back, strong belly, reach all the way up. Exhale, find your warrior 2. So I'm going to turn right toes face forward. Open up your arms, Virabhadrasana 2. Big expansive shape, so feet are wide. Sink into this right leg. Then open right knee towards the right pinky toe. Find the openness through your hips. 2 more breaths. With your next inhale, reverse your warrior. Right palm up, reach it up and back. Open up that right side body. As you exhale, shift forward. Extended side angle pose. Left fingertips reach forward. I'm going to turn to face you again. So this right hand can either rest very lightly on your right thigh. If you have the space, you can reach right hand down to your mat, or maybe use a block. Really press this right elbow into the inner right knee, right thigh. Press the knee back into the elbow and use that to open up your chest. And keeping up with the shoulder work, we're going to take 3 big arm circles. Take a big inhale as you reach your left fingertips back. Open up your chest. As you exhale, swing your left fingertips forward. 2 more times. Inhale, open. Exhale, sweep. 1 more time. Inhale, open. Exhale, sweep. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Reach up and back. Stretch it out. And exhale, cartwheel both hands down. Step your right foot back, Vinyasa. Take your flow of choice. Take a big breath in. And exhale, let it go. Knees on the left side. Inhale, send your left leg high. And exhale, bend your left knee, just open that up. And you can stay still, add your ankle and knee circles, whatever feels good. It's creating a bit of space. Your next inhale, lengthen left leg long behind you, square off your hips. And as you exhale, step your left foot between your hands. Inhale, runner's lunge, pull heart forward. And as you exhale, pull your hips back, fold over left leg. 1 more time. Inhale, bend left knee, open up that right hip flexor. And exhale, pull hips back, get into that left hamstring. Really ground down through the sole of your left foot, strong left quad, pull your left hip back, send your right hip forward. Hands can always come to blocks, big shape. It's kind of the first time we're really getting into the hamstring. 2 more breaths. Slowly rebend into your left knee. Pivot your right heel down, warrior 1. Inhale, reach both arms up overhead. So find your shape, get settled in. If you feel like you need more space for your hips, left foot can always walk more towards the left side of your mat. Right foot can walk more towards the right. As best as you can, square off those hips, press into pinky toe edge of right foot, spin inner right thigh up towards the ceiling. Add in your eagle, awareness into your left arm this time, sweep it underneath your right, and then take any variation that feels good to you. Stay strong through your legs. Inhale, reach your fingertips up, maybe you gaze up. Then as you exhale, shift forward, similar to that humble warrior, but with your eagle arms. 2 more times, inhale, reach up. A little challenge for the balance here. And exhale, shift it forward. Last time, inhale, reach it up. And exhale, shift forward. Inhale, come up. Uncross your arms, reach fingertips up, straighten your left leg, and then pivot left toes to face the right side of your mat. Prasarita once again. Exhale, find your fold. Inhale, half lift, lengthen your spine. And then exhale, keep that length to deepen your fold. So second time we're here, I'll give you guys options. If you really like that twist, take it again. If you just want to work on the depth of your forward fold, hands can come outsides of your ankles, and then use the strength of your arms to pull yourself a little bit deeper. Maybe crown of your head meets your mat. If you've been enjoying the shoulder work, you can interlace your hands and add a little chest expansion here. Take 5 rounds of breath, do what you like. Slowly start to release. Let's return hands back to our mat. And with control, rise up. Stand all the way up, arms reach up to the ceiling. Exhale, front of your mat, find your warrior 2. So left toes face forward. Reach your arms in opposite directions. Drop your shoulders down your back. Gentle gaze over your left fingertips. Let's reverse. Inhale, left palm up, reach it up and back. Open up left side body. And exhale, pulls you forward, extended side angle pose. So you know the variation. Take the one that feels best to you. Just avoid curling down towards your mat. Really, really open your chest up to the ceiling. Let's take those arm circles. Inhale, reach your right fingertips behind you. And then exhale, sweep them forward. 2 more. Inhale, open. Exhale, sweep. Inhale, open. Exhale, sweep. Inhale, come all the way up and back. Reverse your warrior one last time. And exhale, cartwheel, both hands down. Step your left foot back. Vinyasa of choice. Blow it out. Good stuff, you guys. Big inhale through your nose, fill all the way up. Open up, side out, let it go. Getting into the core a little bit more here. Inhale, send your right leg high. Exhale, right knee to your right elbow. Slide it down to your right wrist. Slide it back up to your right elbow. Inhale, right leg high. Taking this with a twist. Exhale, bring your right knee to your left elbow. Down to your left wrist. Up to your left elbow. Right leg up. Lizard. Step your right foot outside of your right hand. Left knee can be lifted to keep a more active variation. Maybe shift your weight forward and back, just noticing what you're holding in the hips. Then you can always drop the left knee down, take a more passive stretch. You might stay on your palms, you might lower down to forearms, whatever feels good to you. I'm gonna take a quad stretch. You're welcome to come with me if that feels good. Bend your left knee. Right arm reaches up and back. Maybe grabs for your left foot. Let's take 3 more breaths, just enjoying this bit of stillness before we pick things up again. If you caught for your foot, slowly release, bring both palms down to your mat. Tuck your left toes, lift your left knee. Big step forward, yogi squat, Mylasana. So feet are wide, heels in, toes out, drop your hips. Hook elbows into your inner thighs, inner knees. And then press palms together to open through your chest, send your tailbone down, lift crown of head up to the ceiling. 3 more breaths. Okay. Slowly release hands back down to your mat. Let's straighten legs all the way up. And then heel, toe, feet so that they come together to touch. Inhale, take a half lift, lengthen your spine. And exhale, find your fold. Inhale, Utkatasana, chair pose. Drop your hips, reach your arms up. So draw the ribs, the navel in, send your hips down and back, weight in your heels. Active, active arms. Take one more inhale here. As you exhale, sweep arms behind you, interlace your hands. Punch your fist behind you as you start to hinge your torso forward, so half chair. Torso is parallel with the mat beneath you. Kind of like you're skiing down a super steep mountain. From here, keep your right foot planted on your mat. Step your left foot back, so we're hinging forward in our high crescent lunge. And then inhale, start to lift your chest up. Unclasp your hands. Inhale, reach both arms up. Exhale, open arm twist to the right. Reach your left arm forward, right fingertips back. Reach your arms in opposite directions. Work into that twist. One more breath. Slow and with control, lower all the way down, easy twist. Left palm meets your mat. Right fingertips reach up to the ceiling. Lift out of your left shoulder, reach your right fingertips higher. One more breath. Slow transition, side plank, Vashisthasana, pinky edge of left foot. Step your right foot back. Lift your hips higher. 3 more breaths. Stay with me, you guys. We're gonna lower down onto the right forearm. Take a forearm plank facing the other side of your mat. So we swivel down, right forearm plants down. Come onto pinky toe edge of right foot. Reach your left fingertips up to the ceiling, and I just fell out of it. You got this, 3 more breaths. Slow and easy, bring your left forearm down, forearm plank. Both palms down, forearms parallel to one another. You have this for 3. Zip belly button to your spine for 2. Activate through your quads for 1. Lower your hips down into Sphinx pose, untuck your toes. Reach your heart forward and up. And just enjoy this little stretch, this back bend, undo, all of that work. Take 2 more breaths. Slowly lower all the way down. Spin your elbows out to each side. Let your forehead rest on top. Send our hips back to our heels, child's pose. Find a little openness in those hips. Reach your fingertips forward, lengthen your spine. Little side body stretch. Walk your hands over to the right side of your mat. Left hand presses on top of right. And keep sending your left hip back in space. Open up left side body. Walk hands back through center, up and over to the left. Right hand presses on top. Press your right hip back to your right heel and open up right side body. Slowly walk your hands back to center. Stay here as long as you need in your rest. If you feel ready to move on, tuck your toes. We meet in our downward facing dog. And I am sweating already. All right, downward dog. Big inhale, fill all the way up. Exhale, let it go. Left side, let's do this. Inhale, send your left leg high. Exhale, left knee to your left elbow. Keep pressing knee into your arm, slide it down to your wrist. Back up to your elbow. Inhale, left leg high. To the right, exhale, knee to your right elbow. Slide it down to your wrist. Back up to your elbow. And up and back. Lizard, big step forward, left foot outside of your left hand. You can keep it active to start, right knee lifted, maybe shift forward, back. You can always lower your right knee, take a more passive stretch. Your palms down, maybe drop your forearms. And if you'd like, add in that quad stretch, bend your right knee. 3 more breaths. Slowly release, both hands down, tuck your right toes, lift your right knee. Big step forward, yogi squat, malasana. So you are welcome to stay here. We've been here once before. If this feels great, just stay. You can play with a little twist, right hand down, reach your left arm up, open up your chest, take it on the other side. If you want to explore crow pose, bakasana, you can plant your hands down to your mat, chaturanga your arms so you hug your elbows in. Maybe knees make it to your triceps, shift forward, and maybe you float one toe off of your mat, maybe the other. 5 rounds of breath, whatever feels good to you. A little playtime. Whenever you've let your last breath go, bring your hands down to your mat. Let's send hips all the way up, find that forward fold. And heel toe feet, so once again, they come together to touch. Inhale, half lift, lengthen. And exhale, fold. Inhale, Utkatasana, chair pose, drop your hips, reach your arms up. Second time we are here. Maybe sit a little bit lower. Reach your arms a little bit higher, but drop your shoulders down your back. Big inhale. Exhale, hover torso, sweep arms behind you. Interlace your hands. Half chair, punch your fist behind you. As you lower your torso so it's parallel with your mat. Weight in your left foot this time, step your right foot back. So we're in a crescent lunge. And then inhale, lift your chest all the way up. Unclasp your hands, inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, open arm twist to the left, right fingertips forward, left fingertips back. Reach your arms in opposite directions. Slow and controlled, easy twist, right hand comes down, reach your left arm up to the ceiling. Fire up this right quad, open up through your chest, one more breath. Side plank, pinky edge of right foot, step your left foot back. Stack left hip over your right, 3 more breaths. Big transition, left forearm comes down, spin onto left pinky toe edge of your foot, reach your right arm up. Last 3, hips a little higher, 2, and 1. Right forearm down. For this variation, let's start to clasp our hands. So we're pressing forearms into the mat, but hands are clasped this time. Option to hold it here in your forearm plank, or play with a dolphin variation, walk your feet towards your face. Hips up and back. Ooh, let your head hang heavy, gaze back towards your feet, and then really press down through your forearms. You're lifting out of your shoulders. Hug your ribs and navel in. If you have it in you, stay for 10 more breaths. Please know you can drop down to your knees. Take a child's pose whenever you need. Again, you can take it back into your forearm plank, whatever you would like. Last 3, 2, and 1. Drop your knees and take a well-deserved child's pose, hips to your heels. Let your forehead rest. As you feel ready, you can slowly start to walk your hands back towards you. Lift up so you're sitting on your heels. And just give your shoulders a few rollouts here. You can close your eyes. You might give your head a few rolls. You can just kind of shake your arms out. That was a lot. I don't know if it's because I have these lights shining on me, but I am like actually sweating. So hopefully you're feeling pretty strong, pretty fired up. So I'll give you guys some time to explore headstand. I know a lot of you have super strong practices. You can probably float into this no problem. You might already be there. Awesome, do it. If you're newer to the practice of headstand, we worked on a lot of things that are kind of key body parts to make the pose feel accessible. So we really got into the shoulders, we worked on the core, we opened up the hips, the legs. So if you want some wall space for support, now's your time to claim it. You're at home, right? I always like to start by coming onto my knees and bringing my forearms down to the mat, and I hug for my opposite elbows. And this is just nice to kind of space out your arms. So once you have that, keep your elbows exactly where they are, and then just clasp your hands. So notice how my elbows didn't move. I just reached my forearms in front of me, clasp for my hands. So this is gonna create that nice little kind of nest for your head, right? From here, you can play with a few scapula push-ups. So just kind of notice what it feels like to dump all of your weight into your shoulders, just get heavy. And then press your forearms into your mat and notice how your shoulder blades start to separate. You lift yourself up. So you can play with that a few times. What we want is this feeling of pressing forearms down, shoulder blades lift up. So not this, we want this. It's a lot of work, but it takes all of the weight out of your head and really puts it into your arms. And then from here, tuck your head in between your hands. So the crown of your head is on your mat, but again, notice when you push away, my head is not even touching the ground. You can tuck your toes, start to walk your feet closer in. Maybe this is where you stay, and just notice what this feels like. Maybe you hug one knee in, maybe the other. This might be where you stay. Maybe you straighten your legs and start to play around. You can explore, hug your knees back in. You can have that wall space, so if you go a little bit too far forward, your feet just hit the wall. Have some fun. Let's take about 5 or so more rounds of breath. Whenever you have had enough, just lower down, take a child's pose. You can rock your head side to side, kind of massage your forehead, your third eye center. Let go of all of that effort. Good stuff, you guys. The key for headstand is definitely don't hop into it. So for handstands or Pincha Mayurasana, I tend to give myself a little bit of a hop. Definitely don't do that with your headstand. You should be able to get into it by just floating one knee in at a time. But as you start to build the strength, maybe you just float both legs straight up at the same time. All things to work towards. From your child's pose, just start to walk your hands back towards your knees, lift up. Roll onto one hip, and let's send both legs out in front of us. Take a nice forward fold. Flex both feet, ground down through both sits bones. Inhale as you reach your arms up, get tall. And then exhale, hinge forward. You can grab for whatever feels accessible. If you have a strap, towel, or belt that you'd like to use to hook onto the soles of your feet, feel free. With every inhale, pull your heart forward. So lengthen your spine. And then as you exhale, just start to soften down and melt into the fold. more rounds of breath. Slowly roll all the way up. If you have some wall space, I'd recommend that you go claim it now. Let's end with a back bend of choice before we start to just wind things down a little bit. So if you want something active, you can take a bridge pose. Soles of your feet on your mat, toes face forward, ankles underneath your knees. And then press into both feet as you lift your hips up. You can walk one shoulder blade under, then the other. Maybe interlace your hands, kind of punch the backs of your arms into your mat. If this feels like a little bit too much, you can always grab a block, take a supported bridge. Let your sacrum rest, let your hips get heavy. It can feel really nice. If you're in your active bridge, we're working through the glutes, of course, but let them be kind of soft and really lift up using the strength of your quads. Imagine there's a block between your knees and you're squeezing it together. Let's take 5 more breaths wherever you are. If you'd like to explore a wheel pose, now is your time. And slowly lower hips all the way down. As you feel ready, walk your shoulders out from underneath you. Heel toe your feet wider apart, about the width of your mat, give or take. Let your knees knock in towards one another. Just a little release for your low back. You might bring one hand to belly, one hand to your heart. And from here, let's reach both arms up overhead, send both knees straight up to the ceiling. And then allow both knees to fall over to the left side of your mat. So feet are still wide, just adding a gentle little twist. Bring your knees back up, let them fall over to the right. And slowly bring it back up to center. So we'll get into the outer hips, figure 4, so you can stay on your back. It's been feeling really nice for me lately to do this against the wall. So if you'd like to try that on, if you're by wall space, you can plant your left foot against the wall and then cross your right ankle over your left thigh. Flex this right foot. And then play around with it if you want a deeper stretch for the outer right hip. Walk your hips closer to the wall, and you'll notice that it deepens that outer right hip stretch. You can also do this by pressing only the ball of your left foot against the wall, so you lift your heel off of it, and it just pulls your knee closer to your chest, gets that deeper stretch. Take about 3 more rounds of breath on this side. And we'll switch, uncross your right leg. Step the sole of your right foot against the wall this time. And then left ankle will cross over right thigh, flex your left foot. And then again, play around with it. The closer your hips are to the wall, the deeper the stretch. Our last 3 rounds of breath. Slowly let that go. If you would like a traditional Shavasana, you can just press yourself away from your mat, get heavy, arms and legs extend. If you'd like to utilize your wall space and end with legs up the wall, that's what I'm going to do today. You can come with me, just keep sliding your hips closer to the wall. Legs just reach up towards the ceiling. And you can take any variation with your arms that feels good. Maybe they rest by your sides. Maybe hand comes to belly, hand comes to heart. Just giving your legs a little break, reversing gravity. Spend so much time standing on them. Just give them this time to rest. Gently release any lingering tension you might be storing in your body, your jaw, your eyes, your shoulders. Let your breath flow easily, naturally through you. Complete sense of surrender. Please know you can stay here for as long as you'd like. Meditative state. Soak up the benefits of all of your effort. If you feel called to slowly wake up your mind, your body, and deepen your breath. Take small movements and fingers and toes. Your own time, you can roll onto your favorite side. Easy fetal position. Using your bottom bicep as a pillow. Just notice how you feel. Acknowledge the energy you'd like to take with you into this Saturday, this weekend ahead. Whenever you feel ready, slowly rise, find your comfortable seat. And we'll seal in this practice together with one collective breath. Gather your hands at heart center, Anjali Mudra. Take an exhale just to empty everything out. Big inhale through your nose, fill all the way up. Open your mouth, exhale, side out. Thank you all so much for tuning in. It's so nice to see you guys. Have a beautiful rest of your day. I miss you all. Namaste. Good work, you guys. If you're feeling up to it, I'll be back on in about 10 more minutes for a cardio sculpt. But that was a pretty hard class. I was literally dripping sweat. So hopefully you feel good and have an awesome rest of your day, you guys. Bye.
Thank you.
Thank
Bye.
you. Bye.